How's it going, everyone? I hope you're all doing well, and if you've been following this channel for any length of time now, then you may know that I am a big fan of digital minimalism. I think it's a great way to simplify both your digital and your physical life. So today, we're going to be talking about 5 apps I've found that can really help you take this to the next level. Let's get into it. First of all, we have a sleep tracking app. Now, as some of you may know, I have tried Apple Bedtime before, but the one that I've been using over the past few months or so completely blows it out the water. Sleep Cycle is a pretty great sleep tracking app that is far superior to the standard Apple Sleep app, as it's got loads of cool, insightful features that have actually helped me get better sleep. I've mentioned in the past, but I'm really not very good at sleeping. Often I stay up way too late. I'm never really in the mood to sleep, so having an app that almost encourages me to sleep using numbers, because I'm weird like that, I found is incredibly helpful. It also has a lot of sleep aids that I don't personally use, but by far my favorite feature is the actual sleep tracker. What this does is it essentially uses your microphone to listen to you while you sleep, and as creepy as that may sound, in the morning you get a full reading of the previous night's sleep. So light sleep, deep sleep, whether you did any sleep talking. In fact, it'll actually play that back to you, which I think is pretty cool. And while it's not free, I am still a really big fan of the Sleep Cycle app. I mean, as I said before, while Apple Bedtime does remind you to sleep at certain points, along with providing some very minimal insights, especially if you don't have anything like an Apple Watch, having an app that can actually do this all in one without requiring any external hardware and provide sleep aids if you're into that type of thing is pretty awesome in my opinion, which is why it's made it onto the list. The next app we're going to be talking about today is one that I actually discovered pretty recently. However, in the short time that I've had it, it has quickly become one of my favorite apps ever. Now, as somebody who thoroughly enjoys technology, I tend to order a lot of stuff on the internet, and a lot of that is from multiple different places with multiple different tracking numbers. So if I want to view multiple orders, I've got to have multiple tracking apps, right? Well, not anymore. Parcel is an all-in-one parcel tracking app that lets you enter all your different reference numbers from delivery companies I've never even heard of, in the process letting you keep all of your different tracking numbers centralized in one app, therefore letting you know when each of your parcels are going to arrive. I personally love this app as it allows me to keep everything centered without needing to have multiple different tabs open or multiple different apps like DPD, Royal Mail, and Amazon. I find that having an all-in-one app is a great way to simplify your life and at the same time keep your phone clutter-free. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite apps ever, and there's a free version which allows you to enter up to 3 tracking numbers at a time. So if you want to try this app, you don't have to fork over any money whatsoever. Seriously, if you download one app from this video, let it be Parcel. Hell, not even Parcel. I'm sure there are plenty of alternatives out there. If you do a lot of online shopping though, it might be worth a try. Okay, so the next app is how I control this blue ball and that pink light there. I control it with an app called ToYourSmart. ToYourSmart is essentially an all-in-one smart controller. It works with basically any generic Wi-Fi or Bluetooth enabled device that you can buy on Amazon, and seeing as I finally got into the smart lighting craze 5 years later than the rest of the tech YouTubers, I mean, what can I say? I'm old school. All I really need is a warm white light and, of course, come on, don't knock anything off my desk. IKEA crystal ball. Oh, crystal ball. Show me the secrets to the YouTube algorithm. I did need to have an app to control all of this. The user interface is nice, and while setting up certain devices can be a little bit tricky, it's nice to be able to plug all of my lights along with a Wi-Fi plug, all centered in one place, which not only keeps my phone cleaner, but also means that I can keep less stuff cluttering up my house, simplifying my life in the process. I found that this app actually works better than most of the alternatives on the market with a wide range of compatibility, and while some things can be a little bit of a pain to set up, as I said before, once you're going, this app is nice and smooth and allows you to manage all of your devices in one easy to access location. You can even set up Siri shortcuts using this app, so I can turn my lights on and off just using my voice, which is awesome. Overall, while it could definitely do with some work, therefore I am a little hesitant to recommend this app on principle, this really is the best app I've found out there for centralizing your smart devices, so it's the one that I use. The next app helps tackle a pretty common theme in digital minimalism, namely time organization. Over the years, I have tried a few different planning apps, however, I've never really found a one and done solution until now. TimePage is perhaps the best planning app I've ever used. I know in the past I've said I like Google Calendar. I even had a brief stint with the Apple Calendar. However, TimePage is on a completely different level. Not only do they give you a fact for each day, but they will also tell you the weather throughout the day. So when I'm planning something like a drone session, I can choose the appropriate time and date when most appropriate to match up with the weather. And TimePage lets me do all of this within one app. Adding and editing events is easy, the interface is clean, and the fact that this can actually replace several stock apps for me, such as the calendar and the weather, is exactly what I would expect from a minimalist app. Overall, this was probably one of my favorite finds when I was looking for minimalist apps. The combination of a clean interface, minimalist functions, and the fact that it actually replaces several stock apps for me mean that despite the fact that it's not free, I sincerely believe this is one of the best apps that you can check out in order to help make your life more digitally minimalist. The final app we're going to be talking about today is actually a stock app on iPhones and a service that Apple provides, which, I mean, might seem a little bit strange considering all the rest of these have been third-party apps, but the final app we're going to be talking about today is Apple Music. Now, it's no secret that I've been a huge fan of Apple Music for a very long time now. In fact, I've actually done a couple of dedicated videos to it, explaining in a bit more detail as to why I like this app so much. Long story short, it essentially means that I can keep my music library the same on all my devices as it updates as I add music, and by far my favorite feature, also the reason why I continue to use it 2 years later, you can actually add offline files to Apple Music, which you don't even need to download to the device to be able to play remotely. This is great for me as it means I no longer have to keep the Bandcamp app on my phone. I can simply download the obscure hipster albums I've ordered on Bandcamp, put them on Apple Music on my computer, and not have to take up any phone space in order to play them on the go. Other little things like the interface and lyric selection means that Apple Music continues to be my go-to streaming service of choice, and still one of my favorite apps for digital minimalism. So it's the one I continue to use across all of my devices. So there we have it. 5 neat little apps to help simplify your life in a digitally minimalist way. Granted, while not all of these apps are free, these are pretty much 5 of my most essential apps on my phone, usually costing like a few bucks a month. These are some fantastic apps that I found have helped significantly simplify my life. So if that sounds good to you, maybe check some of them out. Or don't. I mean, it's your phone. You don't have to download any of these apps if you don't want to. Or you might have some apps that you think are even better. If that's the case, please do leave me a comment. I always enjoy reading your comments. As for now though, as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this and smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.